Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tara, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what does he think of you, the person on your mind. So take a look at all the piles we have with the person on your mind and see which one you're most drawn to. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have purple agate, and we have the messages from Mermaids Oracle. For pile number 2, we have this Aquamarine. And we have the African Goddess Rising Oracle. And for pile number 3, we have Amethyst. And we have the Priestess of Light Oracle. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this purple agate crystal and the messages from Mermaids Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what does he think of you, the person on your mind. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So now I'm going to go ahead and first pull these oracle cards for you, and then after that we'll look at your tarot cards too. So spirit guides of my pile 1s, spirit guides of my pile 1s, what does the person on their mind, what does he think of them? What does he think of my pile 1s, the person on their mind? We have discernment. We have the future. We have magic. We have ask for help. We have letting go. One last card, spirit guides for my pile 1s, for what does he think of my pile 1s? Okay, we have 2 cards. We have go with the flow. So, you know what? If we have an extra card here, I'm just not going to pull oracle cards on the side and make it even. Because I don't like it the way it looks if there's like an extra card. We have decisions. One more card for pile 1 for what he thinks of my pile 1s. We have love. And then at the back of the deck, we have trust. Okay, my pile 1s, as I, tap into your energy, I kind of just had to look at the cards for a little bit to feel out the energies. There is something here where he may find it hard to kind of describe what he thinks of you, but the feeling I get here, since you chose the messages from Mermaids Oracle deck, you were drawn to this Oracle deck for a reason. I feel this may be my magical pile. Usually my magical pile shows up in pile 3, but I don't know, I felt called to switching things around today. And I didn't know this was going to be my magical pile, but I felt like it should be in pile 1. There is this feeling here of you having a very serene energy since you chose the messages from Mermaids oracle. A very soft, serene, genuine, and loving energy that you embody, and that's what he thinks of you. But he also maybe has a hard time describing what he thinks or how he feels. It's like he more so feels it than thinks. Just like Spirit is using an example, just like when we go to, I don't know, someplace fun when we're a kid, like Disneyland, or when we go on a roller coaster ride and, you know, our parents after that ask us, how was it? And we say it was fun. It doesn't quite do the actual feeling or experience justice. Do you get what I mean? So something about the way he is with you and what he feels, and like when other people ask him, there's something where even if he described it in detail, it wouldn't quite do the actual experience of being around you justice. Does that make sense? So there's something about that, like him more so feeling than thinking when he's around you. And I definitely feel like maybe he thinks of you as someone that is more emotionally vulnerable and open. You're very much like an open book, and he thinks of you to be someone with a very serene, magical energy. Maybe you even have like a mermaid energy that kind of draws him in, makes him feel like he needs to get to know you more, needs to be around you. You have that energy of like a soft, gentle, magical mermaid that lures him in. But not in a bad way. I feel it more so like it's like he wants to be around you. Spirit is taking me back to a vision I saw. I'm not sure which pile it was the other day or yesterday, where there was something about Prince Eric and the Little Mermaid, hearing her siren song over and over and over again, and you know, like having that urge of like, I need to find her. Of course, this doesn't have to relate to your gender, but that sense of like, you know, when the Little Mermaid saved Prince Eric, she sang, and then he only had his mind on her, on like seeing her again or finding her. So there is that feeling here of that maybe this person that we're channeling, he has, you know, wished for or wanted to find a person like you with your specific traits and qualities. And it's like he's found that, and there's something about you maybe not leaving his mind, you having that type of essence or energy that makes him think of you on repeat. Um, and when he thinks of you, he thinks of you as this gentle, sweet, loving, you know, magical person is just the vibe I'm getting here. But even me describing it doesn't quite describe what he fully thinks or what he fully feels when he's around you, like that experience, like I said before. Maybe he thinks of you as very mystical, and he thinks of you as someone that connects deeply to the spiritual realms and to those realms of like magical energies, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but like I feel like maybe he thinks of you to have like this kind of energy of like a childlike joy or this childlike wonder, like you haven't lost your inner child, and that inner child version still lives through you to this day. And it's like you don't mind seeing the color and the magic of each moment and each each place you're at, the earth in general, living in general is, such a magical, beautiful thing. And I think he thinks of you as a person that sees life in color, sees the magic of each day. And that's the type of vibe I get from him, and what he thinks of you. But he also thinks of you as someone that is so sweet, someone that is so kind, such an open book, someone so trustworthy. And there's this feeling of like maybe you being so sweet. It's like maybe you've been hurt before in the past by certain people because you didn't expect them to like act that way towards you or to hurt you in that emotional way. And I heard something like, like, let me in. I'm not going to hurt you the same way the others have, or like, I'm not going to be the same way as the others have. So there's something about him seeing that you're quite discerning of people. Like maybe you used to be someone that had an open heart and you still do, and like maybe you wore your heart on your sleeve before in the past, but now it's like you have a little bit of a wall up to protect yourself. And it's kind of like he's on the other side saying, let me in. But maybe you need time, you need to first like get to know him to let him in more and more and more. And I feel that energy, like even if you've been with him for a long time, maybe in the beginning he thought you were quite discerning, and then I think there was some kind of understanding here, like, okay, you've probably been hurt before, like, it's okay, I'm gonna, do what I have to do to show you through my actions that I care and that, I want to be around you and I want to be that trustworthy person to you and build trust slowly but surely. So there's something about him seeing a future with you as per the qualities I've mentioned, like he just feels really drawn to you intuitively. And he feels a lot of love for you. He doesn't think much, but he feels a lot for you. And he just feels like things just flow with you. And he can see a future with you. But maybe there's something here about like needing to go with the flow and needing to get to know you first and, build a connection with you first before he can get to that point. And then I heard the song Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by Cigarettes After Sex. So I feel like he views you almost like a little puppy he has to protect. Of course you're not a little puppy, but like the best way I can describe it is like you're this cute little person here. Of course you're not little, but you're this cute person, he wants to protect. He wants to make sure no one's there to hurt you again. And he's not going to do that to you either. And, in the song, he says, we dance in my living room, um, and we laugh into the microphone and sing. So, he may find you to be someone really fun to be around too, and just really love the experiences with you. And he finds that things just flow with you. But I feel like when people ask him, how he feels, or like if you were to ask him to describe how he feels about you or what he thinks of you and things like that, I'm sort of getting a little bit tongue-tied in his energy. Like whichever man we're channeling, I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied. Like I feel the energy, but I don't quite know how to describe it in words. It's almost like I want to telepathically show you how I feel instead of describe it to you, because describing it doesn't do it justice. I almost feel like he just wants to protect you. He just wants to make you feel safe. He just wants to build trust with you, and have that future with you, but also be there for you. Be like your support system as you heal and let go of, certain things. It's like he wants to be there by your side and have that emotional vulnerability with you when you need someone to lean on. It's like he wants to be there. And he wants to make a decision to be with you and be with you until the future, until long into the future. It's like that type of feeling of him seeing you and seeing the person you are and like just knowing for sure he wants this. It's just like that inner knowing. Do you get what I mean? But I think he also knows why you have a hard time, letting people in, because I feel like you have this very freeing energy to him, this very magical energy, go with the flow, dreamy type of vibe to you. It almost reminds me of a Disney princess type of vibe. Um, and very sweet, loving energy, but it's like certain people really must have emotionally hurt you for you to be able to come to this place to, be very discerning of people. And that discernment is there to protect you. But in terms of what he thinks of you, he thinks that you're maybe someone that has made certain decisions because of that. And he understands why and the reason behind it. And it's like this type of feeling of, I'll wait for you. I'll, wait till you're comfortable. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to show you that I care, to show you that I'm trustworthy, to show you that I love you. Kind of energy is what he feels. And just trust and wait that, and be patient with you as, you communicate and get to know each other and build more of a connection together, that he wants to be very gentle with you because he views you to have like this innocence to you and this kind of energy of like feeling things very deeply. And he also views you to be such a positive soul and thinks of you to be a very deep person. And there's something about him just wanting to be that supportive person to you. So I feel like pulling some tarot cards now. I don't know, like maybe he's just the type of person that finds it hard to describe, because usually when I channel messages, it flows quicker and I'm finding it hard to even describe what I'm seeing properly. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If he is that type of person that finds it. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands here in the middle of this deck. So yeah, he definitely does find you magical. Since that card came out, I'm gonna take that as a sign from Spirit. Maybe Spirit wants me to pull some of these small oracle cards. I don't know how I want to put it. Because that card was just in between my other tarot deck. The Spirit Guides are my pile number ones. May I please look into what he thinks of my pile ones? We have the Universe here, which is the World card, showing Miss Universe. So he could think of you to have a lot of beauty, but also a lot of inner beauty. We also have the Queen of Cups because, Miss Universe, she needs to have, yes, one, a beautiful appearance, but she also needs to meet a certain amount of traits and qualities to be able to become Miss Universe. Like, she needs to be a good leader for younger women, or younger girls. She needs to be able to be someone with a kind heart, someone that has leadership qualities. She needs to have all these traits and qualities to be able to be crowned Miss Universe. And she's competing with a whole bunch of other women to become Miss Universe. I'm not saying you're competing with anyone here, but I'm saying that there is this vibe of this person knowing you're the one and they would choose you over anyone. That's the feeling I get from you. But also, it's like, I feel he sees the inner beauty in you, but he also sees the external beauty. And there's something about maybe him wishing for certain traits in a partner. And it's like you have been given to him by the universe. And there's a deep type of cosmic love you give him that is indescribable. But also, it's like you meet everything he's wanted in a connection, and you're exactly like, I don't want to say a perfect person for him, but you know how we can wish for a person and like we can have our list of things we want in a partner, and we will sometimes be lucky enough to be granted that magical wish from the universe and actually have and meet that person. And that's how he feels. Like he feels very lucky that he has you in his life, because it's like you're everything he wanted in a partner. And I guess that's what he thinks of you. He thinks that you're the only person he wants and the only person that can have his heart. But also he sees your inner beauty, but also your outer beauty. I feel like he sees you and he thinks of you as a very compassionate, loving, nurturing person, very serene. Maybe that you have an amazing fashion style too, and a lot of physical beauty, yes, but also maybe queen energy, because queen, king energy, royalty energy, depending on who's watching this. And this type of vibe that is just as deep as the ocean, love as deep as the ocean. And then we also have the Queen of Wands here. So I think he thinks of you as a person with a very positive, optimistic approach to life, this free spirited energy. And it's like, I almost feel the energy if he had to choose between you and a whole bunch of other people, he would choose you. Like, definitely no questions asked. I just feel like he views you and sees you as a very free-spirited, happy, optimistic person, and I think he really likes that about you. We have the Fool card at the back of the deck too. So, yeah, there is that energy there. So, spirit guides of my pile number 1, spirit guides of my pile 1s, may I please look into what does he think of my pile 1s? We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Well. We have the Devil. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. I feel like the Devil is the things you're healing from, most probably. These cycles you are ending, we have the World card too. The cycles you are ending, and it's like you are leaving behind that energy and like working through that pain. I'm not sure who the devil would represent in your life or the situation the devil would represent in your life, but it was a situation that was either really toxic or made you feel stuck in that situation. And I feel like for most of you it was people in your life that, maybe hurt you in a way that you didn't expect. And there's something about him seeing you heal from this, and maybe you didn't receive the type of love you were meant to receive, that you were deserving of receiving in his opinion. And it's like that song, Nothing's Gonna Hurt You, Baby. With the 5 of Pentacles here, I see him like seeing that hurt version of you and like wanting to nurture that version of you that never received the love you deserve to receive, wanting to protect you from now until the future from people like that. wanting to hold you, wanting to kiss you, wanting to love you, give you exactly what you need, be there to support you. And that's what I feel here. So he views you as someone pretty strong and resilient to be able to go through this and, make it through it, but still hold this gentle energy even after being through such hectic things in your life. So yeah, he is very, I don't want to use the word shocked, but surprised that you're so strong to be able to still stand up today and still be you and still, be this loving person that you are. But also with the wild card, I feel like he sees you as a very deep person. There's something maybe even poetic about the way you speak. There's this depth to you that a lot of people aren't like that, or aren't like, I feel like he likes your depth. There's something about him not wanting to swim in shallow waters. He wants the depth, he wants the deep ocean. And I feel like you give that deep ocean love, like a love as deep as the ocean. And like with the wild card right opposite the magic card, I feel like he almost views you as someone that takes him to another magical dimension whenever he's with you. It's like we're no longer on Earth, we're somewhere else. And with the Seven of Pentacles, he may think of you as someone that has been working through a lot of this pain and, going deep into the depths of your own emotions to heal from it and, nurture yourself with the Queen of Cups here, because maybe he sees you or thinks of you as someone that has always been there, nurturing others, and now it's time to nurture you and to reparent your inner child, to reparent your inner teenager, or to give nurturing and love and compassion to that hurt version of you, that wounded version of you. And yeah, I feel that energy strongly. Like, he maybe sees you as someone that is now coming into your self-love energy, coming into your energy of strength, your own power, a place in your life where you can now be very discerning of people, but still have an open heart and, not become the people that hurt you, but still also at the same time see the red flags in people when they are exuding those devil qualities or traits. And I feel here with the Queen of Cups, he just sees you as this very sweet, loving person. We also have the Empress card here, so I feel like he definitely sees you as someone that is moving forward with the Chariot and thinks of you to be someone that is developing self-love with this Empress card. I feel you're developing more self-love. You're developing more of this energy of like leveling up in your life, of seeing your worth, of seeing the magical, beautiful qualities in you that you maybe never saw before. And I feel this energy where he may think of you as you're going through your own glow up, your internal, external glow up, but also mentally, emotionally, physically. It's like you're glowing up, you're moving forward to a much higher frequency of love, of joy. We have the Sun card, and it's like somehow you still are able to hold that energy of joy and be that optimistic person you are, even though you went through such stressful or hectic situations in your life. You're still able to hold this optimistic approach to life and say, my past doesn't affect my future. I'm letting go of that energy and going into like this new beginning. So he could think of you as someone that is right now going through a new beginning, a new era of you, new stage of your life where things are changing and becoming much brighter. It's like you're stepping into the springtime version of your life. And I feel like he's gonna be very protective over you. And yeah, I really feel that strongly, like protective and loyal over you. We have the Queen of Swords. So he may view you now as someone that has gained your own inner strength to now speak up for yourself. You now have your own sense of power where you can still be that loving version of you, but also be a little bit more outspoken and speak up for yourself, because it's like you're gaining your own power, you're gaining your own strength, and that's what I feel here. But then with the Knight of Cups, I feel like he also wants to do that for you and give you that love and be on this new journey with you, grow with you, put in effort towards the connection, and kind of just make you feel safe, make you feel loved. And I keep hearing that song, Nothing's Gonna Hurt You, Baby. It's a very sweet, sweet energy, and I still find it hard to describe what I'm feeling, but I think I think this person just feels a lot for you, but they don't exactly know how to describe it. And I think this person is very proud of you. It's like you have this gentle strength that you're starting to realize. So I think I'm going to leave your reading here, my pile number ones. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Aquamarine Crystal and the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what does he think of you, the person on your mind. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so I'm first going to go ahead and pull the oracle cards you chose, and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards after. So spirit guides of my pile twos, what does he think of my pile twos, the person on their mind? What does he think of my pile twos? We have sacred lust. This may be a juicy reading. Warning you in advance if you're not over the age of 18. We have feeling safe. We have celestial alignment. We have naked. We have liberation. I absolutely love the cards you're getting. These are such beautiful cards. And then lastly, we have level up. So I have 2 extra cards describing the liberation. So we have divine lineage and moss. So this relates to ancestral healing. And then at the back of the deck, we have radical rebirth. So that's really beautiful. Look at these 2 lions here. I feel like that's symbolic of both you and your person. Now I'm just going to pull some small tarot cards here as oracle cards. So what does he think of my pile twos, please? Spirit guides of pile 2. That card came out in pile 1. What does he think of pile 2, please? Spirit guides of pile 2. We have the 9 of Swords. With Miss Universe wanting to come out, you know you could have a lot of beauty. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of just shuffled it again because that card came out in pile 1, so I was not sure if it was for you or not. But then the Queen of Wands came out, so some of you may relate to pile 1's energies because there's even a mermaid here, and pile 1's deck was all about mermaids. The oracle deck they chose. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have one last card here with strength, which I'm just going to put here. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so he thinks of you to be very beautiful, first of all, physically. I think he's very, very attracted to you, the man that is on your mind. I mean, you even have the Queen of Wands here. So you have this very magnetic, beautiful appearance that he feels you have, but he also finds you very sexy since, the Sacred Lust card came out. However, I will say this person holds back a little bit because it's like he wants you to feel safe. He doesn't want you to feel like he's overly feeling, how do I describe this? He doesn't want you to think that's all he cares about. So it's kind of like he wants you to feel safe before he just he doesn't want to come on too strong in that way. But what he thinks of you, like I said, to have a lot of physical beauty, but to also have an inner beauty within your heart. Because I'm looking at the Celestial Alignment card and, her heart is beaming out. Her heart is shining out with the pink light. And pink is the higher heart chakra. So he may think of you as someone that connects to this feeling of unconditional love, and I think he feels very lucky to have found you. He feels like he's found his person, and there's something about him feeling very lucky to have you in his life because the way you love is from an unconditional place. He may think of you as someone very empathic because, the story behind this oracle card is, a woman that, well, this doesn't relate to gender, but the story behind the oracle card is a woman that is very empathetic. She has like a water spirit kind of energy, but she's also, in the heavens here. So he may think of you to have this very watery energy, like a mermaid. Or he may think of you to have a very heavenly energy too, like this type of very empathic, loving, unconditional love energy that you give off. And it's like you may be also psychic because the type of empathetic person this person is they can hear, like when people are thinking about them, they can see what people's intentions are. They can see deeper into a person. So this person that we're channeling may think of you to be very celestial, very intuitive, very connected to those higher realms. And he may find that to be such a beautiful thing. I really feel that strongly. Some of you work in, the spiritual healing, or some of you are tarot readers, or some of you are just very advanced and you're very psychic, or you have a lot of healing energy, and he feels that from you, and he feels it's such a beautiful thing because you're really connecting to your gifts in a very beautiful yet loving celestial way. And yeah, I think he thinks of you to have this very heavenly, empathetic energy, like you're always going to be there for people that are hurting. I'm seeing animals, like he may see you as a person that loves animals, loves children, very, very nurturing, and it's like you don't want to see, animals in pain. And I feel like maybe some of you are also like physical healers, like doctors, vets. Take it as it resonates, my pal twos. But the feeling I get here is he also sees you as a very soft person, a very soft and gentle person. He sees you as someone that really connects to your emotional vulnerability, and he loves the fact that you are such an open book, that you show your emotions so freely to him. I really feel like some of you have divine feminine energy, and it doesn't relate to gender, but you really connect to a divine feminine energy. And there's something about him wanting to give to you, him wanting to show you the same kind of unconditional love you give to others and him. And he also sees you as, like I said, just very soft, genuine, beautiful, like in terms of your soul, like your soul is beautiful, your appearance is beautiful, you have an inner and outer beauty, but you're also not afraid to show the real parts of yourself, to show the authentic parts of yourself, and be that emotionally vulnerable and open book person. And I think he loves those qualities and traits about you because it's like, I think you have gotten him to a place where he's a little bit more comfortable with his feelings. So the funny thing is we see a lot of lion symbolism here. We saw the lion here, a lion here, and then in that back of the deck card there was the Radical Rebirth card with the lion. So with all this lion symbolism, I feel that's both of you, both of your energies, and there's something about him finding you quite strong, quite resilient in a gentle way, like your emotional resilience, because you have liberated and healed yourself of many wounds, and it's like you've created a safe space for yourself to feel certain feelings you were feeling and, process them, because the aquamarine crystal is also like, it gives me this very healing vibe. So I feel like you've been through your healing journey and, you found your strength and your power through that. But I think you're also very powerful and strong in your own way. And he sees that. He sees your strength. He thinks you're really, really resilient. And to be able to liberate yourself of some of the things you were feeling emotionally and process that and, move away from that with the Six of Swords is not an easy journey. I feel like maybe some of you had a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, and, you created a safe space for yourself. And it's like he wants to create that safe space for you too, where you can fully feel all your feelings and, where he can validate your feelings and be there for you and be that rock of strength for you, be your support system, but then also show you how beautiful you are on the inside and outside, kind of like worship you. Energy is what he feels he wants to do. And I feel like a lot of you have broken great, ancestral, I'm just going to put this card away, great ancestral wounds and cycles. It's like, I think this person maybe even sees you as a queen, because we have two queen cards here, or a king or royalty. Like you have this radiance to your soul, this transformative ability, and this very gentle energy too at the same time, this gentle strength. And Spirit is showing me brave, so he may see you as Brave, the princess from Brave. He may also see you as someone that, like I said, is very sexy. Like you have this energy of like luring him in, of making him want you more and more and more. But then also like him knowing in his heart, like he needs to work for the connection. He needs to put an effort for you to be able to feel safe. He needs to, connect to you emotionally before he just, goes in that way. Do you get what I mean? Like before he just starts being with you like intimately, he needs to put in that work. And I'm not talking about when you're getting to know a person. I'm talking about every day. Like you can't just like go and how do I put this in words? If we have a partner, we need to make them feel safe emotionally before we can be physically intimate with them. We need to connect to them on a deep emotional level, mentally. Before we do that physically, we need to touch their heart. And I feel like this is how he looks at it. So he definitely really respects you in that sense, and he also thinks of you to be a very colorful person. It's like you embody this rainbow energy, yet this gentle serenity too. Like you bring him so much peace, and he also thinks of you to be someone with this great power to level up and to grow, because it's like he's seeing you consistently put in work towards yourself, towards your goals, towards the things you wanted to achieve, towards your own self-improvement, your own self-growth. And you've been growing, you've been blooming into the best version of yourself. And I feel this pride coming from him, like, yes, that's my person. And he thinks of you to be someone really transformative, where you take anything and you transform that, or you transform yourself and you make it even better, even more valuable. Even him, I feel like you've transformed him in some way. You've changed him in some way for the better. And, you've continued to level up in your life and continued to move forward despite, the emotionally harsh situations you were in. I think he also sees you as someone very passionate and free-spirited and very, very divine type of love. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. I feel like I'm using a very vibrant tarot deck because I feel like you embody that vibrant energy with the celestial alignment card and all the rainbows. You give me that vibe of that song, She's Like a Rainbow. Of course, take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to relate to your gender. Okay, so spirit guides of my pile twos, may I please look into what he thinks of my pile twos? What does he, I just want to shuffle the deck properly. What does he think of my pile twos? What does he think of my pile twos? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. I think a lot of you too, I'm getting the vibe from you because I felt something heal in my solar plexus, but also family wounds. Some of you have been healing from family situations that hurt you in the past. You have the Six of Cups. And it's like, you've also been, some of you have been healing your self-worth and walking away from situations that don't serve you. So I feel this extreme pride when it comes to you for being able to do that, for being able to maybe look at certain family dynamics here with the Five of Wands, or certain dynamics you had in your life if it wasn't family that were just not healthy in general. And walk away from those situations and choose better for yourself, choose to grow and choose to, work through this pain and kind of like come back home to yourself is the feeling I'm getting. And I feel like for some while you weren't fully aware of everything that was happening, since we have the Eight of Swords at the back of the deck. You weren't fully aware of what you needed to heal and the things that were happening, that it was so unhealthy. But it's like eventually maybe you opened your eyes and you saw that, these situations I'm in aren't actually helping me emotionally, mentally, and like leaving them and working on yourself and working through that pain. And yeah, I definitely feel that. I feel like some of you were in even like toxic connections with people that just treated you in such a wrong way. And there's something about him wanting to love you. It is very similar to Pile 1, because I heard that song in Pile 1, Nothing's Gonna Hurt You, Baby. So if you were drawn to Pile 1, I highly recommend you watch it. But I feel like he wants to be there and give you that type of love that is sweet, that is gentle, that is relaxed and calming, where you feel safe. With the Four of Swords right opposite the feeling safe card. It's like he wants to be there for you emotionally. He wants to be by your side and help you through this, because I think with the Moon card here, He's aware that sometimes situations like that don't just always go away. Healing is not linear. It takes some time to, work through some of those things. We have the Hangman. It takes some time to work through some of those things. But I guess he's seeing you as someone with this emotional resilience, because even through those challenging moments, you still have not lost your spark for life with the Ace of Wands. You still have not lost that passionate side to you, that loving side to you. And you have really grown. You've really leveled up in your life. And I think there is this pride coming through. He sees you as someone that is balancing out your emotions with the King of Cups, but also someone with this divine energy. And I'm not just talking, when I say sexy here with Ace of Wands, I'm not just talking about physically sexy. To him, it's sexy, the amount of healing work you've done on yourself, the amount of times you've leveled up, you've grown. To him, that's sexy. Does that make sense? So I feel like you being consistent with that and, going through that, and then, finding more reasons to be happy with the Sun card, even when you're going through your healing journey. Sometimes it's hard to find things to be happy about, but you still somehow have, and you still somehow, spread joy everywhere you go. Like, I feel like your smile and your laughter is contagious in some way. You just have this happy-go-lucky energy, but also a magical energy, a mystical energy to you, and he loves that about you. That's what he thinks of you. We have the Six of Pentacles. So he also thinks of you to be someone that is really generous. That with the level ups you're doing, it's like, with the Empress card here, there's this type of vibe of like, if you were extremely wealthy, I feel like he'd see you as the type of person that would, give to charities and help others, but also spoil yourself too, because, you work really hard for yourself and you put in a lot of time and effort towards your growth. And I think he really admires that. He's really proud of you in that sense. So yeah, that's definitely what I feel there. Can I have 2 more cards for what he thinks of my pile number 2s? We have the Three of Swords. So you've definitely gone through your fair share of heartbreak and hurtful moments in your life, but there's something about you still, giving this unconditional type of love. And that to him is indescribable. Because how can a person still remain so loving after being hurt like that? I think I'm going to end off this reading with the Ace of Cups. It's almost like he wants to pour into you, into your heart, and with the energies he's pouring into you, it's like he's hoping that it can maybe give you the type of love you wanted to receive before but never. And of course it can't heal your broken heart, but it can maybe help renew it or help replenish it, or make you feel like your heart is overflowing with that same type of unconditional love you give others. And that's what I feel with the Ace of Cups. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading, my pile number 2s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Amethyst crystal and the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what does he think of you, the person on your mind. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So I'm first going to be pulling the Oracle cards that you chose, and then I will be pulling tarot cards after that. So Spirit Guides of my pile 3s. Spirit Guides of my pile 3s. What does he think of my pile 3s? What does he think of my pile threes, the person on their mind? We have balance with stability and standing firm. We have achievement with effort plus intention. I'm feeling a sacral chakra healing. I'm just going to put the cards down for now. I'm feeling some kind of sacral chakra healing. So some of you have been healing also your root chakra as well. And you've been healing that sense of you, that maybe some sense of your confidence, or something to do with how you perceive yourself and your body, and how you show up to the world, but also that grounded stability in yourself, in how you view yourself, in who you are as a person. It's like a lot of healing has been taking place there, and he sees you as someone that is, becoming a little bit more confident in yourself, becoming someone that loves yourself and loves who you are, regardless of other people's opinions and what other people say. It's like you've become more stable in who you are, and you know who you are. So it's like you're not too concerned about what other people think or what other people's opinions are. And I feel that sense of like him being really proud of you, because there's something about you loving yourself more, you finding yourself more beautiful or more attractive, you just showing up in the world with more confidence in who you are. So that's really beautiful. So what does he think of my pile number threes? I'm hearing a ringing in my ears. We have hidden knowledge with Akashic records and silent understanding. We have friendship with support, fun, unity, and play. We have divine feminine with magnetic and receptive power. We have power over difficulty with reclaiming your power. And then at the back of the deck, we have brilliant beliefs with luminous life force and personal power. Now I'm going to be using these small tarot cards as oracle cards. So spirit guides of my pile threes. Spirit guides of my pile threes. What does he think of my pile threes? We have the Eight of Cups with rebirth. We have the Four of Pentacles with protection. We have the Two of Swords with injustice. And we have the Three of Swords with jealousy. So I feel like this is outside energies. The jealousy, not you. Okay, and then at the back of the deck, we have the Pole Star, which is the Star card. I also felt a solar plexus healing now. So I feel like some of you have also been healing your self-worth. Okay, so my pile threes, what he thinks of you. As I said, he thinks of you to be someone that is healing your self-worth, maybe going into your self-love journey. And I feel like perhaps some of you have experienced a lot of jealousy from others, with this Three of Swords symbolizing jealousy. And it was like with the Injustice card, it was not your choice. It was like it was kind of just happening to you, but you never had any kind of choice in the matter. But as I look at these Libra scales here, the Justice scales, there's something about him thinking of you to be a very honest person, that your heart is in the right place. Because when we think of the feather and the coins and that balancing energy, it kind of reminds me of like in Egypt when they have that myth that Ma'at, the goddess of justice, I think, takes your heart when you pass on and takes a feather, if I'm not mistaken, and then, weighs the two out to see if your heart is in the right place. It kind of reminds me of that story. So there's something about you having a heart that is in the right place, but maybe experiencing some jealousy, and I'm hearing vindictive energies from others or hostile energies from others for no reason. And I kind of felt an energy like before I came to your reading. I felt an energy that maybe some of you have like been projected on by others a lot in your life, where you weren't even provoking them in any way. You weren't even doing anything to deserve that kind of treatment from them. And I'm feeling like it really broke your heart with the Three of Swords. It really hurt you and maybe also frustrated you. But I feel like maybe some of you have also been people that have shined bright in the world with, the star showing up at the back of the deck. You've been people that have really had a lot of light within you, and with that, a lot of moths are attracted to the light. So you may have had a lot of moths around you, trying to dim your light, trying to make you feel like you shine too bright and you should dim it more. But I feel like, maybe you've been healing something to do with your self-worth, healing things maybe other people have projected onto you that weren't necessarily yours to carry. It wasn't your pain to carry, it was theirs. And you've been healing and working through it, but your heart has always been in the right place. And he thinks of you to be someone that shines brightly, that is now healing your self-worth, finding self-love, and reclaiming your power. Yes, reclaiming your power by loving yourself deeply and by transforming, by healing, by rebirthing yourself, and no longer taking on other people's opinions or projections or pain. And there's something about you now standing firm in who you are, standing firm in your beliefs. He also thinks of you to be someone that has, a lot of good values and, very honest, very trustworthy and fair as well. But I feel like he now views you to be someone a lot more grounded and stable. As a result of this, it's like I heard a lot of birds outside when I started your reading. Maybe some of you are connected to birds, but it's like, I think he maybe views you to have always been someone quite intuitive, like seeing things from a higher perspective, to be like a free soul, because birds kind of remind me of free-spirited energy. But yeah, you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom from this healing journey you've been on, and I feel like you're very, very connected to your intuition since you chose the amethyst crystal. But now you've been becoming more grounded, more stable in your sense of self, not letting anyone shake that, not letting anyone steal your power by taking away your peace or making you react to situations that you don't want to be in. It's like now you protect your peace, you have reclaimed your power, and you've rebirthed yourself, and now you have started protecting yourself from situations like that, protecting your peace, going back to this place where you can come home to yourself and forget about, the opinions of others or toxic people or conflict or jealousy. It's like, I'm protecting my peace. I'm not getting involved in that kind of energy. But I think he also sees you as someone with a lot of pureness within you. And I feel like he also sees you as someone really supportive, magnetic too, but supportive in the sense of you have a lot of love to give. he also sees you as someone that is very much in your heart space. You have a really huge heart, but at some point you've also learned to reclaim your power and see the beauty within you others see too. See how much you shine bright, and see your own magnetic power, that divine feminine energy you have, regardless of your gender. I feel like you've been learning to see your worth more. You've been learning to maybe even receive more compliments, accept certain things about yourself that you can't change, and love certain parts of you more that maybe others have deemed as unworthy or unloving. But it's like you're like, no, I'm reclaiming my power by loving myself. I'm not saying that those parts of you were unworthy of love, but I'm saying you have reclaimed your power by saying F the opinions of others, because I'm in my body and I'm in this physical vessel, and I have to love this physical vessel I'm in. And I definitely feel like this person sees you as someone that is having a lot of beauty and attractiveness within your physical beauty, but also your inner beauty. And I guess he sees you as someone with a really big heart. Maybe he even sees you as like a very good friend or good partner, someone really supportive. And there is this sense with the Akashic records here of him feeling or thinking he has known you before in past lives. There's this sense of like him feeling the connection really deeply and feeling like he wants to protect you, like he wants to be there for you and support you the same way you are supportive towards him. But also this feeling of like him knowing, having this inner knowing, like I know this person, I've met this person before. My heart is connected to this person in a soul kind of way. Like maybe this person sees you as like a soulmate or some kind of big soul connection, or like just this inner knowing, like I know this person, like I've spent lifetimes with this person kind of energy. But there is also the sense of protectiveness he has over you now, and the sense of like him wanting to give you that same support, but he also views you as someone pretty transformative, and a lot of the things you've put effort towards, you are now starting to achieve. And there's this sense of like him being really proud of you too, because I think you have achieved a lot, and a lot of your dreams, your goals, your desires, it's like he can see you making your way towards that, and he can see you achieving a lot of that. So now I'm going to pull some tarot cards for anything else I can pick up for you. So spirit guides on my pile threes. Spirit guides on my pile threes. What does he think of my pile threes? We have the Two of Wands. We have the Hermit. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm hearing unshakable confidence. So that's very, very cool. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. I definitely feel this very grounded, down-to-earth energy from you. And the sense of like you rebuilding the sense of stability, the sense of safety for yourself, you rebuilding your confidence, because we have the Four of Cups at the back of the deck. But also, yeah, I definitely feel this earthy vibe from you. Or maybe he sees you as quite a stable, earthy, grounded person. Very down to earth and nurturing too. And it's like you may also be considered to him like a deep thinker or someone that really knows how to go within and get those answers you need within through your intuition. Um, I'm hearing self-reliance and independence. He sees you as someone with self-reliance and independence, but also maybe you have been learning to receive more, to be more receptive to the love that is around you right now. And with the Two of Wands, I see it kind of like the energy of him watching you and being really like, oh my gosh, like, wow, this person, my pile threes, like just this kind of pride in you, like this proudness coming through, like through everything you are, through everything you've grown to be. I also think he sees you as someone that is quite self-aware, and it's like maybe you have been someone that has not been afraid to go deep within yourself and kind of search for answers within yourself and not externally, but maybe he also sees you as someone that is quite connected to your higher self too. And it's like, even as you go on the path of life, we don't always have the answers to everything. But it's like we enjoy the journey as we go along and take it step by step. And I guess he sees you like that. I keep seeing he sees you as a very supportive person. And with the Nine of Pentacles, he sees you as someone that is going to be very blessed in this lifetime materially, and you know, all your goals, your hobbies, your dreams. It's like he sees you to be able to reach that. With the Nine of Cups, with the genie lamp here, he sees you as someone that is going to be very abundant in this lifetime. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, but also reach a lot of your goals, reach a lot of the dreams you have, even if certain people would say that dream is impossible. It's like he has faith in you to achieve that. I think he sees you as someone that is a grounded dreamer, like you believe in the impossible, but you don't just dream about it, you actually go out there and create that for yourself. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so he sees you as someone that is going to master a lot in your career, in your field, or even your hobbies and talents. And it's like this mastery here, like no one can compete with me because I'm competing with myself. I'm not even in that race of competition kind of energy. And that's how he sees you and what he thinks of you. We have the Sun card. So he also sees you as quite a happy-go-lucky person. And through the healing and the inner work you've done on yourself, he can see that has, you know, helped you grow a lot to this point where you have come to a place you've always wished to be, and now you can just experience the moment and enjoy the present moment, is what I feel here, and that's how he sees you. But I also think he sees you as a wish come true, wish fulfillment in the Nine of Cups here. Like you're the type of person he wants to be around. And I'm noticing a lot of nines in your reading. So I see that as you've ended a lot of cycles in your life, but also a lot of fours. So you've built up the sense of stability and safety for yourself, and independence, I'm hearing, and your own sense of power within. We have the Queen of Swords, so he views you and thinks of you to be someone quite outspoken. You don't mind speaking your truth in the world, but the Queen of Swords is also someone that can get the work done and not, it's not that she's not an emotional person, the Queen of Swords, but she more so puts her emotions aside and does what is right, does what she's supposed to. So he sees you to have that kind of self-control, in a sense, like even in an emotional situation, you're going to speak your truth in a very kind and grounded, stable way, but also get your point across and stand up for yourself, but also have this energy of doing what is right, having integrity, and being very honest and truthful in the world, but also being your authentic self in the world. I think he sees you as someone that has grown in that sense of self-love, where you're now able to speak up for yourself and, say, hey, this isn't right. We have the Four of Swords, so he sees you as quite a peaceful, relaxed person, and I guess he feels that chilled vibe from you. Like, he can just chill with you and things are all dandy is what I feel here. And then we have the Emperor. So yeah, we do see a lot of fours in your reading with the Emperor here too. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups energy and the Page of Pentacles, I'm looking at this Page of Pentacles and I feel the energy of comparison here. I'm not saying you compare yourself, just hear me out, because this rose is kind of like morphing into this rose. So I see it as like comparison, but I don't see this as maybe you comparing yourself. I see this as him comparing the person you used to be, which is this Queen of Cups energy, to this Queen of Swords energy. So, you may have been someone that was really compassionate, really open with your love, really just very big heart and a lot of depth to you. Maybe even someone that felt things on a really deep level. But there is a sense of, as you have gone on your healing journey and gained some sense of your own power within, maybe you've become more of a grounded person that speaks your truth in a loving way and does what is right. And, in certain situations, you choose to put your emotions aside and, focus on what is important the now. So I guess maybe he sees you as still, yes, this beautiful, loving person with a big heart, very compassionate, supportive, and loving, but it's like you've also chosen to put that towards you and develop some self-love, because we can't necessarily be there for everyone and save everyone. We also need to give that love to ourselves and give that generosity to ourselves, because we have the Six of Pentacles here. He sees you as a very generous person, but you've chosen to step back and turn that inwards, so that unconditional love goes towards you too, because you deserve that too. We have the Ten of Cups, so he sees you as this very much like, with the Nine of Cups, I feel this energy of like long-term friendships, long-term relationships, and this type of vibe of like, I can, have a connection with you for a very long time. Maybe he even thinks of you to be a person with a lot of generosity, like you're very generous with your time, your energy, your love, very patient too is the word I'm hearing. And I think he wishes to have a lot of these traits in a friend and a partner. For some of you, this is a friend we're channeling. For some of you, it's a partner. For some of you, it's both. It's like a lover, but also a friend. And then we have the Star. So coming back full circle to where we started off your reading. You are someone that shines brightly. You are someone with a lot of talents and star qualities. And I think he really loves these traits about you with the Two of Cups as well as the Ace of Cups. You have this rebirth energy, this amazingness to you of really following your heart and, putting yourself out there in the world. Keep shining brightly, my pal threes. I think I'm going to end off your reading here. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!